Do you ever get road rage?
Every once in a while. But I realize that I suck driving too. In fact, my truck is getting fixed right now because I ran over a median and cracked my rims because I wasn't paying attention and I just drifted and I was going like 50.
Were you on your phone?
No, I wasn't on my phone.
Okay.
But I'm a shitty driver, so
Okay.
I tend not to. Now, my wife, she road rages hardcore. So what did Ryder's teacher have to say?
She was saying he was having a hard time with you. Oh my God, get out of my way!
Oh God! Oh!
You stupid son of a...
Would you watch where you're going?
Oh, shut up, backseat driver.
Oh my God, you're so angry.
Whatever. Not my fault people drive like assholes.
All right, so what else was she saying?
Well, she was saying the other day how he was...
Oh my God, I just pooped my pants.
I swear to God, oh!
I can't even with you.
Oh.
I used to be that pissed off, like road ragey dude.
Yeah.
Remember whenever we had the hurricane? What year was that? 2008. And everybody left to go to College Station to get out of Houston.
Yeah.
And so there's this one asshole behind me that was trying to pass everybody on the shoulder. And he got on the side of me and I said, "What are you doing?" He's like, "It's martial law right now." I was like, "It's not martial law. We're leaving town."
Martial law?
And he was like mouthing off to me. And so I was smoking a cigarette and I was so pissed off that I took the butt of the cigarette and I flicked it in his window. And it was Matrix-like. It went all the way through under his arm and out the other side of the window. So it went through the vehicle and didn't touch anything.
It was Matrix-like.
Yeah, it was. Because if it would have hit him and it would have like landed in their vehicle, I mean, that was not a very nice thing for me to do.
No.
So I've tried to curb that over the years. And
Yeah.
I had this happen the other day where...
Plus, when you have kids in the car, like I tell my wife all the time, and she goes...
You can't do that.
She goes, "Shut up. I don't tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Fuck you."
Well, the kids weren't with me for this, but I was, it was around the holidays, as a matter of fact. I was being very nice. I went to Specs and I got some things because I was bringing it to other people. And there was this truck on the side of me. So I get in my truck, and as soon as I get in, this guy he's like walking behind my truck, and he opens the back passenger door to his truck, and then he goes and gets into the driver's side.
Yeah.
And his door's open, and I decide, well, I'm not going to back up, because if I back up, then I'm going to hit his door. It's the holidays. Let's all be nice and not be assholes. I'll hang out for a few minutes, because there was another guy that came over, and he had a box of something, put it in the back seat, closed the door. When he closes the door, I put my truck in reverse and I start backing up. And he yells at me through my window.
Hang on. Are you guys following this story? Because I'm just shaking my head. I don't know what's going on.
He yells at me through the window. "Well, thanks for waiting for me. You couldn't wait 5 more seconds for me to get inside." And I'm like, "Motherfucker, I just waited for a minute and a half for you to come your shitty ass around my truck, get in, or put stuff in the back, close the door, and fucking hang out right there." I was so pissed off.
I know. People are just stupid.
And you know what I told him?
What?
I didn't say anything because I froze up. I always... It happens every time. I pulled out of there. I was like, "Hey, dude, I've been waiting for you to get in your truck." And then I pulled out. And whenever I pulled out, I had 50 or 60 things to say. I mean, I was going to tell him this, that, and the other. And I wanted to turn back around and go and say those things. But I was like, is it worth it?
Okay. The first incident of road rage I can ever remember when I was 15 or 16. And I was driving my dad's truck. And I passed up this snowball stand that, and the girl I used to date was there with a friend, and I just passed up, and I looked in my rearview mirror, and as I waited for me to pass, and then went, "Yeah," and I was like, "Oh," so I was like badass, and I whipped around, and I drove by, and I did the looky loo, like I went, and I was like, "Yeah," boom, hit somebody else because I drove it over. It's the most embarrassing thing ever. And of course they were laughing because I'm look like the douche. But that should be a lesson. You should not let people get to you.
And then you're there for like an hour and a half with the cops coming to check it out.
Embarrassing.
And they're laughing at you the whole time. I love that. That's great.
So I learned a lesson, and I really don't road rage. I want to close out with some things that, because these are really funny. I talked about when we mentioned the creepiest things kids have ever said, because kids can be like cute, but kids can creep you out. So creepy things kids, some of the creepiest things kids have said. I was tucking in my 2-year-old. He said, goodbye, Dad. I said, no, we say goodnight. He said, I know, but this time it's goodbye. My daughter would say Spanish curse words in her sleep in a Tony from The Shining voice when she was 5. She didn't know how to speak Spanish when she was awake. So she only did it when she was sleeping.
What?
She may be possessed. I don't know.
Okay.
We got my little sister a puppy over Christmas break. We waited till she was asleep, then went to pick up the puppy. So the next day she woke up, and when she saw the dog, instead of going all, crazy and happy, she said, my baby, it's not time for you yet, and tried to pick up the dog and shove it in her mouth.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Grilled up some hamburgers for my kids, and my 7-year-old daughter ate 2 burgers. I was surprised she was able to eat that much and said, wow, you ate 2 hamburgers. To which she replied, no, it means my penis is going to be bigger than yours.
What?
I think no softball game tomorrow. All right, these are fucking terrible. Wow, I just ended on a really crappy note, right?
Hey, what you can do is, if you would like to hear more of this really horrible podcast, that we had such a good one last week, but if you want to hear more of the bad stuff like this, just go and subscribe. You can subscribe on YouTube. Go to the website, which is twobaddads.com.
The number 2baddads.com. So.
Okay, so just go to the website, twobaddads.com. We need you to subscribe, because if you subscribe, then Adam gets money at some point.
This is a good one, all right? I don't want to end on a bad one.
Well,
my kid was going on 6 years old. We had this thing where I would hold him down and pretend to eat his face, and he would always respond with, stop it, and laugh. Well, we were doing it one day, and when I get up, he says, I'll never eat your face, Dad. I'll cut it off and wear it as a mask. I'll wear it as a mask. A mask. Cut it off. This is worse than the. I'm just gonna cut. Look, you know what I'm gonna do when I edit this podcast? I'm gonna cut out this part and insert your awful Williams Tower story.
Nicole asked me the other day, my wife says, hey, what's the Williams Tower story? And I started telling her what it is. She said, that's awful.
That's the worst story ever. All right. Anyway, so please go to the website and subscribe. I promise we will not, I will not bombard you with emails. It's usually just once a week, twice maybe. And you can subscribe, and definitely, we would love to keep up with you. Or at least I would, because again, Josh doesn't do shit. I do everything. So,
as a mask,
as a mask, he cut it off. I'm cutting this off.
Oh, that's horrible. Oh, this was much worse than last week, right?
Yeah. As a mask, cut it off.
Subscribe to Bad Daditude in iTunes, Google Play Music, and SoundCloud.
That was great.